Hey guys, so I'm going to be reading Stella's guidebook. So yeah, we shall read this, shall we? So Stella is the main character in chapter 1. She wears a dirty uniform with a strange owl mask glued to her face. Age 16, and her hostility is neutral. Natalie, which is Stella's voice actor, was the first to play chapter 1. She is Vimi's favorite character, and the ending of chapter 1, mostly the part where she pulls out a knife, was heavily inspired by Deltarune chapter 1's infamous ending. She likes to listen to sad music on an unhealthy basis, and Stella burnt herself at least 4 times with the candle. In red, she said that's me. So Lucas is a young boy depicted wearing glasses and a brown sweater. His first appearance is at the end of chapter 1. So he is also age 16 and his hostility is friendly. So Lucas was originally going to have messy hair. He was the final character created due to laziness. Lucas gets scared very easily. For notes from Stella, I'm gonna be honest, when he tripped, I almost laughed. Anyways, he's cool. He wears too much cologne though. It smells really strong. Uso is the first aggressive monster you meet in chapter 1. He's depicted as a dark figure wearing a mask. He is so ugly. That's what Stella said. So Uso was named him in the game files. This is due to the creator being lazy. The name Uso was suggested by Vermilion. He was the first monster Vimy built using Blender. After using all 4 crucifixes on him, the fire was originally going to burn out and drop a key. And the pathfinding was hell to make. So notes, the fact he always knew where I was is pretty terrifying. I can still hear him banging on the door. Korayami is the final monster shown in chapter 1. She is a tall figure with a large gaping mouth filled with teeth. She cannot see Stella, but she can hear her very well. Many renditions of Korayami were made before the final product. She was originally going to have a unique gameplay part like Uso, but Vimy believed a chase scene will be more fitting. The animation of her banging her head on the window is inspired from a scene in Hereditary. Vimy made the chase theme and notes from Stella. She smelled terrible. I'm so glad I escaped her. Wait, how did Lucas even get past her and that other monster? Stella in chapter 2 now. So in chapter 2, Stella wields a flashlight with a new outfit, a white hoodie with jeans and new shoes. Along with Lucas, she must survive what's to come. Her hostility here has changed from neutral to unknown. Vimy was originally going to make Stella punch Lucas in the ending, but wanted to add something more dramatic. The panic attack scene was the most hardest one to make. There was a lot of foreshadowing involving Stella in the lore of the story in this chapter. And note, I look nothing like that second image. Lucas teams up with Stella to escape the asylum. Ending of chapter 2, he is stabbed in the shoulder. So his hostility here is from friendly to neutral. And Lucas was never meant to follow Stella, but after Vimy experimented enough with the idea, he added it in. So far, Lucas is the most beloved character, and Vimy feels bad for the ending. The Taken, saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Additional info is why. Trivia says, we are like you, we are here for you, please save yourself. Notes from Stella says, confusing. Omnimac is the first monster in chapter 2 and cannot be seen as he camouflages with the environment. When you hear his voice play a distraction, that means he's close. He was meant to walk around the map, but Roblox pathfinding is flawed. He is voiced by Vimy with a voice changer, and Omnimac's AI took the least amount of time to create of all monsters in chapter 2. The Roamer is the second monster in chapter 2. He's attacked by moving a pattern and crushing the unlucky victim. If Vimy could unmake a level, it's the one he's in. Roamer's model was based on an AI creation of a horror game monster. His AI is similar to Malhair in the celebration event. The Eyewitness, which is Meredith, is the final monster in chapter 2. When directly stared at, she stops moving but continues once eye contact is broken. Eyewitness is the representation of how the main character views her mother. The name Eyewitness doesn't mean nothing. The AI was based off scary scenes in movies where villains stop when looked at. The note says, I hate how she looks as she stares at me. It gives me the creeps or so. Stella, chapter 3, she navigates through a school, gets answers to questions, and is shot by her former friend Lucas. Hostility, neutral, just like in chapter 1, but she is unconscious. Yeah, so Stella is not dead, even though she's been shot. She's only unconscious. Vimy, the creator, was very hesitant to keep this ending. This is the first chapter. Stella's arms follow this camera, and handling a torch is not pleasant. Notes from Stella, you're not gonna get rid of me that easily. Lucas in chapter 3, after fighting Stella, he is taken away by the overseer. He later returns seemingly under someone's control to finish his job. So he became from friendly to neutral to hostile. Lucas was meant to die at a very harsh way this chapter until Vimy saw how much people loved him. Lucas have the same pistol as Stella. This will totally not be an important detail. Haha. Lucas likes carrots. And note, he's also a pretty bad shot. The Headspace Overseer, alias the mysterious lady, she is the entity responsible for everything happening. Her goal? For Stella to discover the truth. Unknown hostility. Trivia, Overseer is a shorter way to say her name. Her weapon, the silenced pistol, is based off the fact that she is a rather quiet character. She is a very important character in the story. And from Stella, she says she gives me the creeps. Karuru is an entity made of arms and a singular head. She moves by crawling around using her many hands. In the vent, Karuru is Japanese for crawl. She is the monster that has scared Vimy the most, and the entire second act where she present was added last minute because Vimy wanted to add a crawling section. Stella said, yeah, not again. And then the last page of this guidebook is Wrath. So Wrath is a being of built up hatred and resentment. He is incredibly ruthless and has no mercy for anyone whatsoever. So Wrath is Vimy's favorite monster. He is made out of flesh. He is a representation of anger and built up emotions, which everyone has in their head. Wrath does not have good reflexes, even though he's scarily quick. Originally, he was going to have a chase scene that was scrapped and replaced with the pistol minigame. Stella says, ugly thing, glad I escaped. And that's all. If you have any theories, comment down below. Yeah, that's all.